Wesley, give me your top 4 linebackers ever. I don't want to say no.
What's your Mount Rushmore of linebackers?
Dang, Chad said Mount Rushmore anyway.
Yeah, sorry, Mount Rushmore.
Give me your top 4 linebackers ever, bro.
All right. 1, Ray Lewis. 2, I'm gonna go Luke Kuechly. 3, Fred Warner. I like Fred Warner. Now,
Rightfully so.
Who I'm gonna go on my last one? I'm gonna include myself.
You can.
I'm gonna include myself. I'm gonna go me.
This.
I'm gonna go me. I'm gonna go me as my 4th one.
There it is.
That's my Mount Rushmore.
So you say Ray? That boy went Luke Kuechly on us, Chad.
That means he's been paying attention.
Luke Kuechly.
For sure.
Who the 3rd one was?
Fred Warner.
Fred Warner. And then he went himself.
Right.
Boy,
so that's going to make this next question very interesting. You got 4 guys, but you got a Mike, a Will, and a Sam. So you got to leave somebody at Mike, put somebody at Sam, put somebody at Will, and that 4th person going to stand next to the coach and watch the game. And go.
All right. Mike, I want Ray. Will, I want Luke. And I'm going to go at the sound. I'm sorry, Fred.
Dang, Freddie.
I'm sorry, Fred.
And you make a lot of money, Fred, so you getting cut, brother.
I'm sorry, Fred. I got to go with myself, Fred.
We need Wesley to go first round. Because this video is going to age very well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm going myself, Fred.
He put himself in there, huh?
I love it.
Why you went Kuechly? There's 1,000 names you could have said. Why you went Kuechly? Talk to the people. Because they Googling his name. A lot of them people Googling his name
That's
right
a
now
shame.
trying to figure out.
Look, if you play linebacker and you have to Google that name, well, you did something wrong.
Luke Kuechly, man, one of the smartest linebackers in the game. You know what you're doing every play.
Yeah.
You got to be in there. He going to make the game easier for you.
Yeah.
He going to call out the plays.
Yeah.
You got to have him out there.
Yep. He reading knuckles in the ground, splits,
Exactly.
where your rear end is cocked, how are you in your stance.
Yeah.
All that before the ball is snapped. So
You got to be out there.
Anybody on y'all defense, man, call out a lot of the plays before they happen, bro?
Honestly, and I'm going to tell you something. With our new linebacker coach, Coach Nicholson, he, like, the way he coaches us, he prepares us for that. Like, when we watching film and, like, he sees something, like, he knows, like, he be knowing what play they finna run. So he try to, like, install that in his players. Like, get us to start calling out what the offense tendencies are. So, like, as he's coaching us, he's telling us, like, when y'all out there, you know, you feel me, let them know if it's a pass. If you see the tight end this far off, then, you know, communicate something. Let the D-line know, let everybody else know, so we can be prepared for the runner and pass. So I feel like he doing a great job of preparing us for that.
Yeah.
At least, me at least. So.
do y'all call it out as plain as that? So, like, the offense knows? Are there code words in there?
We don't care who know. If the tight end, if we see something, like, say, if we see a tight end right here and we know when he right there, it's a pass. Oh, it's pass, it's pass, it's pass, it's pass. You know, we be loud with it.
But you're not necessarily calling out why you know that? You're not saying, oh, look at his, you know.
Nah, because at the end of
some guys need to know that, right?
You right.
I want you to continue to do that all game long.
You right.
And I
But
don't need that change.
It's happening quick. So, like, when you go on the field, you see it's pass, it's pass, it's pass, and we already know the play we running.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is, like, do your job, get to your zone, so you can be prepared for what's about to come.
You ever seen that famous clip with Cam Newton?
Which one?
Down on the goal line, the guys, oh, watch the wheel route,
watch
the wheel route.
Yeah. He said, you can't stop it.
Yeah.
You still can't stop it.
Like,
He said
oh, you
like
watch
that.
film, huh? All right, watch this. The angle route, you know? So, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. That's a good clip right there. That's when you said too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's some of the top linebackers in the game right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, Fred Warner, I like Levante David, and I like Patrick Queen for the Ravens. Yeah.
For who? For the Ravens?
Yeah, number 6.
Ravens keep him one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They play defense.
Right.
Yeah. They're going to do that every year. They're going to play defense.
Do you feel the linebacker position is changing a little bit? We kind of talked, we asked Jalen Walker about guarding Elijah Moore out the backfield. Putting a wide receiver in the backfield, and you look up and you're like, oh, he's finna come my way. Do you think the position has to change a lot? And how do you deal with a situation like that?
Well, with me personally, if I see a guy like Elijah Moore in the backfield and I know I got to cover him, I'm going to try to be smart with it. I'm not going to give him a two-way go. I'm going to give him a one-way go, force him to that side, and play the ball. That's what I'm gonna do personally. Because with him, guys like him, they're very shifty, and they'll get you. So you want to stay on his inside hip, and his inside half, stay low, and just be ready for when he tries to break inside. If he try to break inside, you already in there. He can't go in there, so he's gonna have to go outside.
I think that's literally the same answer Jalen gave.
Yeah, technique.
I mean, it's really the only
technique
answer.
beats. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not technically sound on some guy like that, yeah, it's a losing proposition.
Yeah.
But like I said, you gotta have speed too, though.
Yeah, it does help.
Cause
it does
he
help.
could easily break outside and get apart from you.
Then
So-
you're gonna get
never
handsy.
touch him, huh?
Yeah, time to start grabbing a guy.
And you do want to put hands on him. That's the key part. Knock him off his route. Do anything to slow him down.
Yeah, well, that's what you got over him. I mean, I got brawn. He got the feet.
Right.
I need to use what I got. He's sure gonna try and footwork the hell out of me. So.
All right, Wesley. So man, we in the end zone last year, man, against Southern Miss, man. Early in the season, you in the game, and the ball hit you in your hands, bro. And if you catch that ball, it's a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? It's a pick six, freshman. Talk to us about that play, bro.
Yeah, let us feel the pain.
And you want to know what's crazy about that play? I wasn't even doing the right job in that play. And you know what my coach told me? He said if you would have caught that, it would have been a no-yes situation. But since you dropped it, it was a no-no situation.
So what were you supposed to have been doing?
I was supposed to be in another
somewhere else. Period.
In another
Lord.
cover. But I dropped back in the middle, and I just seen the quarterback throw it, and I put my hands up. I didn't know if I was gonna reach it, and I just put my hands up and jumped, and it touched my hands. I gripped it. When I came down, it was just gone, man. That had to be one of the worst feelings ever, bro.
Yeah.
One of the worst.
That was the
feelings.
football god said you're not supposed to be here. This ball not supposed to be coming to you. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the ball on the ground.
You know, the quarterback went to the sideline and said, "Coach, man, he wasn't supposed to be there."
You know he said that. Right there on the phone.
I saw that. I went over there all week long. He wasn't supposed to be there,
I
Coach.
read it right. I don't know what he was doing there.
Exactly. But that was early in the season.
Yeah, early in the season.
Was the game going fast for you? Early in the season?
I actually felt like it wasn't. I actually when I went in, I made a couple tackles, so they just took me out. But I felt like it was going pretty slow. I felt like by that time it was going pretty slow at least. I felt like it was going fast, kind of, sort of, in like practice when I first started really practicing and just seeing the pace and how everybody moving and just knowing you gotta recognize what play it is and know your job, and it's all in a quick second.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what I would ask. Like, what is it like? What's the hardest part? Is it knowing your assignment, or is it just adjusting to how fast the people are moving in front of you, or is it a combination of both? I don't really know my assignment like that at first, and they moving quick, and I got to make decisions really fast.
Yeah, so that's the big thing. You got to know what you doing and what the offense is doing. So like looking at the plays, knowing the tendencies. Like, see who motioning, see who lining up where. Like, all that takes a part, like, before snapping the ball. So it's like you think about all these things, knowing where you gotta be. If he does this, I gotta be here. If he does this, I gotta be here. So it's a lot that goes into it, really.
Yeah, that's a big thing that I talk about when I'm training guys. Is the quicker you can fully understand that defensive playbook, the more information now you can receive from that offense when they line up. Exactly. If you out there still thinking about your defensive playbook and where I'm actually supposed to be, that's less time you spending on analyzing what it is that they're doing. Yeah. And that's what makes the game move fast. When you totally understand the playbook, like a third or fourth year guy, I don't have to think about that anymore. I can spend the whole time analyzing where this guy's lined up, why is he turned this way, why is this his split, why is he that deep in the backfield. So the quicker a guy could do that, man, the more plays you're going to make. Yeah. The more chances you're going to have to drop interceptions, basically.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, let's get this elephant out the room.
Uh-oh.
A picture came up of you this week with you wearing number 1. Could you please explain to people where you were, why you had on number 1? Because the picture's floating around. Nobody hasn't worn number 1 since I think Nesta Severo. Explain to people where you were and why you had on number 1.
I had to do a photo shoot for the team, kind of as like the ghost player.
What's the ghost player?
The ghost player is like the picture that goes on all the flyers and things like that.
Okay.
Like
that's what we doing?
When the recruit comes in and they get the flyers, it's gonna probably go in the background, something like that. Social media when they post the game, stuff like that. So
nice.
Me personally, I'm confused on why they brought out 1. I thought they was gonna bring out 31, but hey.
Do the players usually wear their number?
Well, the ghost player last year wore his number, so that's why I'm a little confused. I thought they would have brought down 31.
Yeah.
But
They just trying to have you get some backlash. Who was the ghost player last year?
Mitchell Gude, 45.
Okay.
I think he's at the Dolphins right now.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
How they picked the ghost player? Do you know?
He just texted me and asked.
Okay.
just
You
said
must
that.
look real good in your uniform. That's what it is.
Just texted me and asked.
Mitch does look. Yeah, that's what
That's,
it is.
man, that's got to be what it is.
Yeah.
You got to look intimidating.
I think they.
I can see you
yeah,
been hitting somebody weight room. He been in there, so yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But
They ain't letting the slot receiver be that guy unless he like an All-American or something. Sorry, guys.
So you didn't ask anybody. You didn't say, "Hey, this ain't my number."
Nah.
Man, he putting that one on. Yeah, let me get that.
You feel me? I hope I get it. The team got to vote for it. I probably got to earn it. I know I got to earn it.
Yeah.
But I hope I get it though.
So people put in for the number. That's how it works.
Go to text a coach.
Yeah.
Tell the coach you want it.
Yeah.
Like Coach Cristobal said, you got to be the baddest. Got to be the
Yeah, I
baddest
heard him say that.
person on the
Yeah.
field
Yeah.
to get it. So it comes with a lot.
Yeah.
Comes with a lot for sure.
So the team votes on it when? Do you know, like when?
It's probably gonna be sometime this summer.
Yeah.
Before fall camp or in fall camp, something like that.
So let me think. Let me get it straight. You went through the whole photo shoot with the number on, right? And you just took the number off and just walked out of there. You ain't say, "Hey,
Yeah, basically.
You ain't stuffed that number 1 jersey in your bag.
stop by Cristobal office like, "Hey, coach,
I look real good in this one, coach. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man.
yeah."
It hurt it giving it back. I ain't gonna lie. It did. It hurt it giving it back.
But he holding on to the jersey. Let it
So
go.
there's no number 1 on the team, huh? No.
We ain't even have one last year.
Right, and people wanted it last year, right?
You know how many guys are in the running for number 1?
Well, I know one other guy, but I don't really know.
Okay.
I don't.
There might be some secret guys that didn't text the
Yeah,
coach. I got you.
yeah. But I think most of the guys got the numbers they wanted though. So
Your first year, bro, at Miami, when you walked through the doors and got out there and started working out, was it overwhelming? Was it easier? Was it like, man, we practice harder at Central than this? Because I know Central practice pretty goddamn hard.
they do.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm not gonna say it was easy.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna say it was easy. We got something called the fourth quarter program.
Yeah.
That's a killer right there.
Yeah.
It's a killer. With that Miami Sun, it's a killer.
Yeah.
Break
So-
down what the fourth quarter program is.
All right, so it's something called, you got first, all right, you got 8 station, 4 station.
Okay.
They send each position group to different groups, and you basically just going through drills.
Okay.
Going through running drills, non-stop. You getting water in between the drills, but you just
They
going
allow
through the
you to
drill.
get water. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and you in that group for a certain amount of time. You in that drill for a certain amount of time. You working out.
Do you know how long?
I think it's like 3 minutes or so.
But it seemed like 6.
But it seemed like 6.
Okay, gotcha.
So after each group, you rotate at each group. So once you're done with the 8 stations, you already tired and hot. You dead. You get they give you a little break. Get water, you take a walk, whatever. Then you gotta come back. You got 4 stations.
Okay.
One of them stations, you got mat drills. You gotta hit the bag. Then you got bag drills. Then what was the last one? Then the last one, I think you run to the cone. You doing like you running to the cone, coming back down, something like that.
You getting tired.
Yeah, you getting tired.
Hella tired.
So that's 4 station, and then if you wanted to go Indy after, then you go to Indy. But
I asked you that just to get some detail for all the kids out there that, I want an offer from this school, that school. I want an offer from Miami. I want to play college football. You need to understand what it is. It's not a picnic.
oh, it's definitely not a picnic.
And that's just a part of what they do.
Yeah.
We ain't even going to talk about when they get in the weight room. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But that's still a part of the day. So, yeah, man, if you're not trying to do what he just said, man, maybe you don't want that offer for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
What the new defense feel like, bro?
Man, can't even describe it, man. Feel good, man. I feel like we gonna do something serious this year. Love the new DC. Love the plays we have. I feel like it's versatile, and we gonna hit people from a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
From a lot of different ways.
That smile. Every time I ask somebody that, ask Cam that, is a smile come on their face. Chad coaches defense, right? Why would a kid be smiling like every time you hear What do you take a guess? We're gonna let Wesley explain it, but take a guess. What would make a kid smile?
It's one of two things or both things. It's more simple, and you feel like you personally are doing more of what it is you're good at. It usually boils down to those two things or both of those things.
Yeah.
Because every player wants to do what they're really, really good at.
Right.
So if I think I'm a box player, but you got me rushing off the edge all the time, I'm not happy with the defense.
Yeah.
And it might actually be working.
Right.
I'm just not personally happy with my role in it. So it's tough to please 11 guys and still run what you want. This is the coach in me speaking.
Yeah.
Because I've been in that situation. And you think differently as a coach than as a player. But, yeah, I'm personally happy with my role in the defense, and it's a little more simple. Man, when you're athletes like these guys, I don't want to be thinking about 100 things. I want it to be simple. It's A or B, and the ball is snapped. Now I can go be an athlete. That's what we got down here. If I'm at Harvard, maybe it's all right computing 17 different things before the snap. When I'm at Miami, I want to run, hit people, catch picks, and run them back for touchdowns. And
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, why are you smiling, Wesley? Like, what has changed that brings joy to you? That makes you feel like
I'll say just, like he said, he wasn't wrong. Just doing what you feel like you do best.
Right.
Like how you make your plays to, put yourself out there. I feel like this defense has all of that. Like I said, it's all different disguises. It's just versatile. Like you can do a little bit of everything in it. So that's why I'm happy about it.
How would you explain Coach Guidry?
Coach Guidry?
Yeah, the new DC. How would you explain him? Like, what kind of guys?
He brings a lot of energy to practice every day. He just wants to get the best out of his players. He knows he's very smart. He's a very smart DC. He knows what you can do and what you can't do, and he just puts you in the best predicament to make plays.
Yeah.
So that's why I love him.
Chad, you said it's hard to do though, huh?
It can be. It can be tough. Sometimes you'll have. It's rare that all 11 guys feel really great about what they're doing. But, some guys will feel that way and still buy in, and then other guys, you're just going to feel the resistance, whether they openly defy you or say something, or they, some will be more passive-aggressive about it, To give you like an example, a well-known example of passive-aggressive is like Aaron Rodgers, you know what I mean? He don't like to play. That first read ain't there, you just throw the ball in the ground, throw it out of bounds. He doesn't agree with the play call, you know what I mean? So it's tough, though, to have 11 guys feel like, at least in the beginning. And that's why sometimes it's tough when you first start off with a DC. Some guys aren't feeling their role yet, or they don't even yet understand that what I have you doing is probably best for you. You might not feel that at first, but we're going to get to a point you're going to rally. Oh, okay, yeah. I might actually be better off coming off the edge.
Yeah.
James Houston. You know James Houston?
Yeah.
Played at American Heritage. Just went and had them 8 sacks in 6 games for the Detroit Lions.
Right.
Coming off the edge. In high school, he was telling me he wanted to play in the box. I said, boy, you are born to come off the edge. Now, he ended up not playing for me because he tore his ACL, but we just had that discussion recently. I said, if you would have played that year, you were coming off the edge. Like, Coach, man, I'm a box player. No, man, like you saw what you just did for the Lions? You born to come off the edge. So we probably would have had that fight as we were going through that season, and at some point he would have realized maybe 10 sacks later, hey, boy, you're supposed to be coming off the edge.
Right.
Not messing around with a guard.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing I like about our defense. Like, even in our defense, like, sometimes we coming off the edge. Like, it's just a lot that go into it.
Yeah.
That I feel like.
Yeah. We're going to have some fun this year?
Yeah, we're going to have some fun.
We're going to have some fun this year?
Man, like Streeter said, after talking to several of y'all guys,
Same.
I'm like Birdman. I'm anxious to see it.
Yeah.
These guys, a lot of these guys feel really good about what's happening.
Do you think in order to play well, you have to be having fun? Like, do you think it has that goes a lot that go into playing well?
For me personally, like before a game, like I make sure I lock in, and you do have to have fun, but also know what you're doing.
Right.
I feel like it's just like a different mode you gotta like tap into, like, cause one play could change a lot for you, so you gotta treat every play like. You feel me? So, like, when I go out in a game, the first thing I do, like, this is me personally though. Like, the first thing I do when I go on the field, I look at the alignment. I find the weakest link. I see which one go try to come and block me, and then I try to attack him. You know, me, I'm a very physical type of linebacker. It might not look like it, you know. I'm still putting on the weight, but I'm physical. Like I like to hit.
I don't think you play at Central without being physical. Is
Yeah,
that even
like-
legal? Are you allowed to play there?
Yeah.
That's part of
Like
You
me,
call
I'm
out
walk
your
through the
name
door
and get
physical.
sent home.
Yeah. Like I'm a physical guy. Like so, if you try to come block me, I'm coming with everything I got. I'm coming with everything I got. So, yeah.
So you say you look at the lineman and try to pick out the weakest link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care how big you is. I don't care. You come try to block me, I'm hitting you.
Cause that's weird. Let's go back to our first interview, and that was the thing that they said they were working on you with as in Central when you were younger, right? Taking on and then you came back and you talked about it, taking on the lineman 1-on-1. That seems like a feat. That's why when people talk about switching to play linebacker. Oh, I'm gonna go from safety to linebacker.
No,
It's
it ain't
a
that
jungle
easy.
in there.
Yeah, well,
jungle.
especially if you were a post or hash safety.
Right.
Now, if you'd spend some time in the box and you kind of know what that feels like, but if they taking you from way back there to up here, man, that's a whole new animal.
It was
Whole
called
new
box
animal.
work, right? I
Box
remember
work,
now.
the
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
It was called work.
The box.
Yeah, box work, working in the box. Did you travel to Texas A&M?
Yeah.
You did?
Definitely. Oh yeah. Definitely.
When you walked in the stadium and it's full, right?
Crazy.
Because you're from Miami like me. Like we don't get that ain't our thing.
Crazy.
Explain that to me when you saw that for the first time.
All right, so when we riding up to the game, you can already see all the fans on the university, on the campus. You see so I'm getting hyped, got my headphones in, you know. So go in the locker room, prepare for the game, come out for warm-ups, nobody there. Go back in, come back out. When we first ran out that tunnel and I looked up, I said, oh my Lord.
And this was game 3, 4?
Game 3. I said, oh my Lord.
We didn't get that crowd for the first
After
2
Bethune and
games.
Southern
Nah,
Miss,
we
Yo.
did not.
walk
We
into-
did not.
That crowd was crazy, bro. I looked up. It was people everywhere, loud, just loud. We on the sideline. We still in disbelief. All the freshmen.
Yeah.
Like, we just like, whoa, like, are we here right now? Like, it felt like a dream, like a complete dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You been in that stadium, Streeter?
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there, and to be honest with you, I was standing in the hook tunnel when they walked out, and I don't know where all those people came from.
Man,
They warming up, and then all of a sudden the stadium is full, bro.
It was
and it's
crazy.
like it's almost It's like they at the top look like they digitally put them in AI. Or something. Yeah.
They photoshopped them, but they make a
Bro,
noise.
It looked it did. It looked and felt unreal. It did.
I went there for a game in the COVID year when Florida played Texas A&M. So you remember what the deal was in the COVID year. You can only have a certain amount of people in the stadium. I don't even know what that number was, 15, 20,000. That was what it was. Started off as that. And just like you said, somewhere in the middle of that first quarter, 60, 70, 80,000 people showing up, and they still trying to talk about it was 15, 20. And you know, that stadium's tall, right?
Yeah.
It's up there. It's not like open. It's not one. It's up there, and you hearing a lot of damn noise. Now, I done played in some full stadiums.
Yeah.
But man, there's something about that. They rabid over there. That whole 12th man thing is real.
Yeah. When I came back to Miami, it made me realize, cause y'all got the momentum. Y'all stopped them. They finna punt the ball back to y'all, right?
Yeah.
And Tyreek drops that punt, and I'm going up the elevator, and I can hear the fans. And that's when I realized that the fans do matter. That punt changed the whole
shift.
feeling of the stadium, bro.
Shift, it did.
And
it did.
it changed the trajectory of the game. And I never blame one play at a game. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
And Tyreek's my little dude. But I saw how the fans got hope again. And it gave it to the players. And when I came back to Miami, I started telling our fans they suck. And they started saying, we do this, we do that. We got so much to do down here. No, listen. I just saw 100,000 people that gave a damn.
Yeah.
And it's a choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I kind of started looking at it different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what's crazy about that game? Like, I didn't even really play that much that game. And I'm on the sideline. I'm like, man, I'm like, please just put me out there. Like, I'm praying he put me out there. Then, like, towards the end, Coach Storm finally called my name. It was like fourth quarter. I forgot how many minutes was left, and I got 4 snaps. And I made a tackle though. I got a tackle out of them 4 snaps.
Got a piece of something.
I got a piece of something. I'm like, man, I just them 4 snaps. That it did something to me, man.
I saw you, bro.
Yeah, man.
And I was wondering. I was like, damn, cause the game, even though it was fourth quarter,
Yeah.
the game was
Still in
imbalanced.
limbo. Still in limbo.
Yeah, it was, and I was like, damn, Wesley on the field, and you did make a play. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you only got 4 snaps though, cause you
4
were
snaps.
out there, right? It didn't make sense, but I guess.
See, but I was always on special teams, punt return, kickoff, kick return. So
Right.
that's why it made it seem like I was out there a lot.
Yeah. Was there anything else in terms of atmosphere that kind of rivaled that the rest of the way last season?
Like the season? Oh, Florida State.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a home game too. So
Hard Rock was
Yeah.
packed.
see straight to the fans. Although I saw a lot of Garnett and gold in the stands. I'm not gonna lie to you. They did show up for the game down here.
Listen, Miami fans, y'all start winning.
Oh
in
yeah,
that stadium gets so loud.
There's
already know.
nothing like
But
it
that's
when
the-
we
that's
winning
the
like
issue
that.
I had
We
with
got to
it.
get them to that
That's
point.
the
though.
thing. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
That's
we
the
front
issue.
runners like crazy.
Yeah,
though.
Yeah.
that's the issue I had with them is that you guys got to win. When y'all win, they're gonna show up, and that stadium gets crazy. I can see some
Yeah.
videos where the camera sound is just static because it's so loud in there.
Yeah.
This
This
ain't
is
this
Notre
ain't
Dame.
Nebraska where they just gonna show up because.
Right. But when I saw people that just chose to be there.
Yeah.
But when we got back, we talked to a few fans, man, and when they explained it to us, they were like,
Well, what did
"That's
they
our
say?
church." They
Oh, is
say,
that-
bro? Yeah. He said, "Bro, listen, y'all don't understand. That's like where we go to worship. That
Yeah.
we see that as like our church."
Mm.
And I was like, "Oh crap!
What that
is-
means?
That's a different level."
No, explain that. Oh,
He's trying to say it's
you talking about Miami fans down here?
Texas A&M fans.
Oh,
told us
I was
that.
gonna say. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about Miami fans.
was
like,
explaining to
because they
us
be in this water on a
After
Saturday.
they beat us, they came to
Talking
our
about some
space.
church.
After they beat us, a couple Texas A&M fans came in our space,
Okay.
and they were explaining to us how it's all they have. He was like, "Bro, we don't see it as football. We do rituals. We do all these different things before the
Sure,
game.
sure.
It's like worshiping to us."
Right.
And then I started looking around like, "Holy shit, bro! Maybe they do.
It's true. Yeah.
Maybe they
That's
do
wild.
love it."
Yeah.
All right, it got to be something.
Yeah, don't miss.
maybe-
You know,
yeah.
grandma don't miss church. She gonna be there. But I get it.
Yeah, I
understand.
was like, "Oh, maybe they do look at it a little different
I
than we look
understand.
at it."
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they will pack the house for Appalachian State.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if it's that. Could you imagine when they lose? How
Right.
shit probably go on sale at Walmart, the town.
Look, bruh,
Like, oh man.
that sermon was not good today.
yeah.
Can I
but-
talk to the pastor, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was. I got a lot of good video out of that. It was surreal to see, dog.
Yeah.
It was. You watch it on ESPN year after year, and then you walk in there and you like,
So you got the fan comments on video? Man, when you go
On
out
the
of town,
space.
you should probably do that more often.
on the space. Yeah,
Yeah.
they said it on the Twitter space after that, and we let the Texas A&M fans come in and talk, and they were, because they're different. They're not rabid. They're like they just want to root for their team.
They low key.
Yeah.
Having said all that though, I know this obviously from experience. When we got it going here, they ain't nothing like it.
Nothing like
They
it.
ain't- I played against Miami, then for Miami. They ain't nothing like
Yeah.
it. You
It
know?
gets
They
crazy.
didn't pack the house for our game, but bruh, when we had a guy get an interception when I was at Long Beach State,
Yeah.
and he got hit by Horace Copeland, whatever it was in that crowd, 40-something thousand, erupted.
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd hit as hard as High C hit that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. But you just gotta get it going. Y'all gotta get it going, Wes,
Hey.
in order to see it.
Hey man, we got to get it going, man.
You gotta call Bandy or something and ask him what it feel like.
yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, he know what it feels like.
That pick six against
Notre
Notre Dame. I was there that
Yeah,
night.
I was just watching that the other day.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
was?
Yeah, that's
What
That
on
place
TV?
went nuts.
Sometimes we be watching. Me and my roommates we be watching the highlights on the game on the TV on YouTube.
Yeah.
Me,
And that's when
Jakari.
you know you got a ball player when they do that right there.
Yeah.
So where were you when Jimmy Butler went to the free throw line and made and made 3 free throws? You watched the game, bro?
Man, I recorded the game, man. I'm recording it. He went to the line. I'm like, we finna go to the finals, man.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is make 3. Recorded all 3 of them. I'm screaming to the top of my lungs. Then come back out from the timeout break. Marcus Smart missed a 3. Tip it back in. Last second, man.
You want to blame somebody for that last play? Come on, go and put somebody on blast.
We just saw a couple
All
numbers
right.
that you could
Is it
blame.
Bam? Is it who we blaming right now?
Man, I just felt like as soon as the shot went up, the whole team's
You
supposed to
gotta,
be.
yeah.
They froze. The dudes froze. Everyone
watched
turned into
it.
a spectator.
Yeah. You
They
you
thought
watch
game
it.
was over.
Yeah.
You gotta
You-
as soon as the ball go up, attack the basket, go get that rebound. And if you look at the game, that was really killing them.
Yeah.
Offensive rebound, second chance points.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
Second
true.
chance points.
And the Jimmy Butler imposter or somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody came out there as Jimmy Butler. I think he hurt though. See, the funny thing about sports is we always know when people are hurt, right, and they're sitting out, but we never know when they're hurt and nobody's there to tell us.
Yeah, to what extent?
And then it's like, fuck is wrong?
Yeah.
You start calling people, man, who's Jimmy?
Right.
Shaving Point, what the hell going on?
Yeah.
But he looks.
That's probably
like,
LeBron in that.
He looks
last
tired
game.
and hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks tired and hurt.
I want to ask you this though. As an athlete, you played in some big games. Now you playing college football in front of a crowd, like you talked about. When Jimmy got fouled and he had to go to that free throw line to make those 3 shots, did you put yourself as an athlete, as a player, in his shoes?
Oh,
yeah. Like, what did you think about him having to go to that line, game in the balance, and make three? Like, what did you think?
I felt like he did amazing because me personally, I said I would have missed one of them. That is a lot of pressure.
Gonna be some sweat on that ball, right?
It's gonna be my palms would have been sweating, everything would have been sweating. But yeah, I feel like he did good because that's a lot of pressure. And he really had to lock in and take his time on each and every one of them shots.
Where would you have to take yourself mentally to make those 3 free throws?
You gotta zone everybody out. It gotta be only you in that rim in that gym.
Yeah.
At that moment.
I would say there's a couple of things. When I've felt those pressurized moments is like I really hone in on technique. And then to be in that particular situation, which I don't know if I've ever been on that, the only thing is like maybe lining up press on somebody. You know you don't have any help and it's a big game.
Right.
But you literally have to not care.
Not care.
I don't care what happens. Because if you care, you're going to short arm it. But you literally got to like not care what's going to be the outcome. Otherwise, bro, your mind would wreck you. Am I right or wrong on that?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
And for a fan, they don't what do you mean don't care? You don't care.
Oh, they don't care about none of that.
You can't.
As a fan, they
care.
just want you to win.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I think what the weird thing is when coaches talk about reps in practice, doing the extra stuff, right? All of that leads up to that moment when you could he probably can get up there with his eyes closed and get close because he's repped that so many times.
Yeah.
But if you haven't,
right,
you finna shack the thing.
Maybe you think more about it, I guess.
Yeah,
Man, I think that's what was behind all the stuff Kobe would do. The getting up at 4 o'clock, the incessant practicing. I know at this point I'm going to be in those pressurized situations.
Right.
I'm probably going to be the guy that gets fouled at the end of a game.
Yeah.
I'm probably the guy that's going to get the ball, have to, so I better be ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, athletes listen to that. I mean, because Kobe, everybody heard about the stories, Kobe getting up before everybody, and you're by yourself and you're working. And in that moment, you get to that free throw line, it's almost like you, like, well, I've been here before. Because I've been doing this at 4 o'clock.
But like they say, it's all about your preparation,
Yeah.
You gotta practice for those moments.
That's what it is.
It's all about your preparation.
It is.
And
so what's different for you in that regard this year as opposed to when you came in as a freshman? What's different in your preparation now that you've had a chance to be there and see what things are like?
Well, like, all right, coming in my freshman year, I'm new. Just seeing how everything goes. This year, going into my second year, I'm trying to like take on more of a leadership role in the defense. Just get in the film room more. I gotta do all these steps to get where I want to be, because I know if not, then because I'm trying to have a 3-year plan. Do 3 years, get out of here. In order for me to do that, I gotta go to work this season, really, and that's all. Pretty much to it.
I got a couple questions, man, come from like my villains, my people in my private section. One guy says, what lessons have you learned about yourself since you got to college? Have you learned anything about you since you got to college?
Most definitely. With me personally, when I first came in, when I mess up, I tend to like get hard on myself about it. And the thing about this game, you can't do that. You gotta have next play mentality. Right. You have to have a next play mentality. If you don't, the game is gonna mess you up and it's gonna mess up the next play. So you gotta forget it and move on.
Right.
That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah. Growing up in South Florida, playing in the Riggamon Road, that's high school and youth, and how tough it is. Do you see yourself different than players that come from across the country?
Oh,
Like,
most definitely.
yeah,
most
you
definitely.
do?
I feel like I'm different. Like that's why I got in my bio. I'm different.
Yeah.
And this season, I'm gonna show it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about the crowd at Texas A&M being a surprise, something you never played in front of. Can you tell me some other things that happened in that freshman year that was a surprise to you? It could be even the smallest thing, the locker room, or first time being in that meeting room, or like what were some of the things that were a surprise or a shock to you as a freshman?
I'll probably have to say.
Was it the playbook? Was it thick as hell?
Oh yeah. I had a thick playbook in high school. Like my Coach Jube at Miami Central, they Coach Pete, they prepared me for. I feel like they prepared me well. What? We had a lot of plays at Central.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's a misconception people would have. Like they don't do much. They just rely on the athletics.
Nah.
Straighten
like,
people out on that. Me,
what?
one of them.
You mean like from
At
high
Central,
school?
because people think that Central is just, with Dalvin Cook. Anybody can win with Dalvin Cook. But you're saying that.
They run a 5-man front, and when they're in trouble, they just gonna blitz.
No.
Straighten us out.
Coach Jube, he know what he doing.
Yeah.
He was a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
he watches film. He comes up with different things. He knows what he's doing. That's why Central is so successful.
Yeah.
Because they're not just going out there doing is actual coaching. They're actually coaching their players up.
Yeah.
So that's why I tell people, like, be careful. Be careful.
Coach Jube is one of the most influential talkers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Speaking of sermons in church, I think if you're gonna talk like he talks, you better be prepared. So
Yeah.
I understand it.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's like he got an answer for everything.
And you know why he's so confident?
Why?
Because he knows the work he puts in.
Okay.
And I'm telling you from first man point of view, like I've seen this man, like the man is crazy. Like he knows what he is doing. He knows what he is doing.
Right. So you knew when he took over and Patty left that the team was in good hands.
I knew
you knew they
was
was just gonna keep.
I knew they was there.
Yeah, because then they went on to beat IMG.
Exactly.
Where were you when they beat IMG?
I was watching the game at my house.
Yeah.
Right with Jaleel Skinner. He
Were
went
you?
to IMG.
He did go to
Did he
IMG.
leave early at any point, or well, it went down to the end.
You
so.
talking about Jaleel Skinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he left early. Oh, you mean
No,
he went in the
While
game?
y'all was watching the
Right,
game.
watching the game.
Oh no, I think he went in. I don't remember. I think he went in his room or something like that. I know I was talking trash though. I was talking trash to him.
Man.
I'm like, I told him Sid was gonna win.
Yeah.
He ain't
Yeah.
want to believe me.
Yeah, because I realized that Central play IMG close when they go up there. It was other schools going up there getting smacked in the head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I kind of put Central. But the last time Central was there, I was there. Central was winning in the fourth quarter. And then Trey Saunders got the big run.
Yeah.
But James Cook them had them on the ropes. So when I thought about it, I was like, damn, I don't seen so many Miami teams go up there and get beat. But it wasn't Central.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Central should never, ever go up there again.
Man, just take that and run with it.
Chad, you
Do what St. Thomas would do.
But I was here. I heard recently that IMG was trying to come back in the district and compete for a state championship.
Now, how would that work?
Well, I heard, I don't know how true this is. When I used to go up there, I used to have to deal with the AD, the cover. The AD said they could always have played. He said they could have always played for a state championship if they wanted to get in and play. We had this perception.
No one was stopping them from doing that?
Yeah, they didn't want to.
Why not?
Because it's a business. They want it to be a business. We're going to be a national thing that deals with businesses.
Gotcha.
Under Armour, the colleges.
I see.
We don't want to get under the FHASAA.
I don't blame you because, we know how that's run.
Right. But he said they always could get in and play for a state championship if they could. But because they recruited the world, I thought they couldn't.
I thought the same thing. I thought they were like barred from doing it because they got these guys from everywhere.
That's what he told me. He said, but they could. So you heard that they may.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
So, but we gonna see.
Nah. So you was with Skinner watching them, and I bet you before that game, Skinner was so confident that they was.
Oh yeah, of course he was. Of course he was confident.
Right.
But I just know I got confidence in my coaches and the players at Central. So
Yeah. You got some new guys around you, man. Talk to us about Mal Gore, man.
Mongoa, man,
Yeah.
he's a beast.
Yeah, is he?
He is a beast.
What's the best thing about him?
He's He's instinctive.
Yeah.
He's fast. He's smart. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
He understands the game.
He understands.
Those
the
two
game.
things are killer, though. Fast and instinctive, man.
What about young Bobby?
Young Bobby. Oh, Bobby is fast as hell.
Everybody say that about Bobby.
Bobby is fast as hell. He's big. Bobby just once Bobby get the plays, he gonna be straight. He gonna be straight. Once
But
he get
Wesley,
the
you
play
was
time.
fast. Bobby's fast. You're looking at somebody that may have been faster than you coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Because I hear Bobby could be faster than Robbie. I heard they kind of, and
Yeah.
Robbie's the damn wide receiver.
Yeah.
Nah, he's rolling.
Yeah.
So trust me.
Man,
Bobby
I love to
is
see
fast.
that kind of speed. Love to see it.
He's fast.
Yeah,
He's
for
gonna be
sure.
a problem
Yeah.
in college football.
Yeah. Well, good. Going back to your high school.
Yeah.
Because we just love to talk about Central. But how many times did you play for a state title?
I got 3 rings. I went to state 3 times and got 3 rings.
Man, MJ'd that thing.
Yeah. My first year, we didn't go though, cause that's the year the West beat us in the playoffs when Melo caught that fade ball.
Yeah.
My freshman year.
Well, what was that like? Handling that type of disappointment.
Oh
being
my
at
God.
Miami Central.
Oh my God.
Could you
It broke
like?
my
You
heart.
came to school with a bag on your head, like what?
Like after that game, I'll never forget. I told myself I'm never losing again.
Mm.
I remember.
It turned out to be right.
Yeah, I remember. I was so mad, bro. We had it in the bag. We had the game in the bag, and we lost it. But
Tell me about your state game experience, because I have some ideas about, what our state championships should look like. Maybe I'm off the wall, but just before I say anything about that, what was your experience like playing in that state game?
it was amazing. Like
the first one, at least.
my sophomore year, it was amazing. Who we played? I think they
You
was from,
dominated them so bad, he forgot who we played.
I think they was from Ocala, Florida, something like. I don't know. I don't remember. But I think I caught an interception. I had an interception that game. We played in Daytona.
I think that was Daytona.
Yeah, that was a bit of a disaster that year,
Yeah.
right?
It
Getting
was
in and out of
Daytona.
there.
I think it wasn't big
Wasn't no
enough.
Wi-Fi.
Oh my God.
Did you go that year?
No, I didn't go that year.
Yeah, you probably did yourself right.
Oh my God, yeah. Then Daytona. Then the next year we played at FSU in Tally.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we had T2, me, T2, Rudy. I love that team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite teams.
I know.
And
I still got that
logistically,
picture with
how
you,
was that?
T2.
Yeah, how was it playing in that stadium versus playing in Daytona?
It was more of an experience thing. Just getting a feel playing in a college stadium, So that was a great experience for me.
Atmosphere-wise, though, Daytona, because it's a smaller venue, seemed more packed
Then
as opposed to,
yeah,
it did.
Doak
exactly.
Campbell.
Then and
Which
Doak,
did you prefer?
Doak Campbell, you know why? Because
Why?
I know them coaches was watching.
Yeah.
They said it wasn't. They couldn't, but I know they were peeking.
I mean,
Because
they'd be
if
stupid.
you think about it, the offices
It's
were
every,
right
they
there.
could be anywhere.
They had
Yeah.
somebody watching.
Sure.
They had somebody watching that game.
Don't say you didn't.
But
Yeah, that could be anywhere. That could happen.
yeah, well, yeah, that could be.
They could
anywhere.
just be anywhere in the stadium.
I mean,
But it
you
was
look
more-
more obvious, though, showing up to Daytona than, you could slide into your office at
Yeah.
Doak Campbell.
Yeah.
So
I have this idea that we should have a high school football Hall of Fame in the state of Florida.
yeah, that would be nice. That would be hard,
Yeah.
actually.
I
Where would you put that, Chad? Like, how
Man,
big would that have to
we
be?
got a whole damn state,
the state, bro.
Yeah, the
I
state.
think every county would have
But,
to have
but,
their
who
own.
would, but who would determine who goes in it though?
You could have a thing with sports writers. We give us another reason to criticize them, but and obviously someone like Larry Bluestein would probably head that up,
Right.
and then whoever's most senior behind him when he can no longer do it. But I would love to see something like that, and then every year at our state championship game, we induct new people. That would be part of the week.
Mhm.
I'd like it to be a week-long festival. We have it at one venue. We decide whatever that venue is. We have Hall of Fame inductions. Maybe we have past guys come and speak. Like, we should do more with that state championship week.
That would end up being its own state, Chad. Like, it would have its own population. It'd be.
I would love for, yeah.
That'd be so many people.
That would be
nice, though.
awesome, and that's money. And maybe the FHA say you could pocket some of that, do what you got to do, revenue-wise, and bring some money in. And we could do the games like they do in Texas, all one weekend.
Yeah.
Be nice. Just think if because this could happen in South Florida.
Yeah.
You've got two sons, maybe they 2 or 3 years apart. One goes to one school, one goes to another. We know this happens in South Florida. That could happen. Imagine both of your kids go to state championship. Could you imagine you got to go to one You got to go up there one weekend, come back, go the next weekend, or one of them games is in one part of the state and the others is like, come on.
It's crazy, right?
Put it all in one venue. Figure out a way to get them games from Thursday all the way through, I guess Saturday. But they do it in Texas. Have a Hall of Fame induction. You could bring vendors. We could do so much with that.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be
not
crazy.
Not to go on
though.
my little tangent, but that would be cool. That'd be a good thing to be a part of. You know what I mean?
It would.
I got another question for my villains, man. They say, does having Coach Patty at UM now, your head coach, does it ever come into play? Like sometimes you on the ground playing hurt, and he like, man, he ain't hurt. Like, does it ever come into play having Patty around?
Like it's still a little crazy sometimes to me because to have your high school football head coach come with you to the University of Miami, you know, even when I see him at practice sometimes, I still feel like kind of unreal, like wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. But
yeah, you know, I talk to Coach Smith all the time, you know, when I'm walking through the facility, stop by his office, you know, sit down, talk with him, you know, just talk about life, you know, just having, you know, that older figure to talk to, go to about advice. So it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. Wesley, man, y'all new college football players, and Chad, you see, y'all boy got money, bro. Look at them, Chad. Everybody come sit here now, they chunked up, they happy. They ain't like y'all broke ass, Chad. Y'all broke as hell.
Man, that $63 of weekend money had to stretch really, really far.
Yeah.
Listen, I had a guy come train with me. I'm not saying any names. I'm not saying what school. Pulled up in a Corvette, bro. Little paper tag on it. Yeah. That happened.
NIL has changed football, bro. But let's be honest with me, man. A lot of us come from modest beginnings. You know what I'm saying? Parents busting their ass. Has it helped you, like, with family wise, like to take some stuff off some family?
Yeah.
It has it?
Yes. Just be able to, you know, take care of my mom, take care of my family.
Right.
You know, that's all that really mattered to me. You know? Then you go get all that other stuff. But as long as they straight, I'm straight.
Right.
So that's why, you know, it just, and for me, it motivates me to, you know, just keep leveling it up, to just to go out there and get more.
Right.
So that's how I see it.
Because players before, man, I mean, they had to do it under the notion of what was still going on back at home for a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get through the rigmarole 3 years to make it to the promised land.
Yeah.
You guys have been afforded something that I don't know if we ever thought it was coming, Chad.
Mm-hmm. I know. I didn't think it was coming.
Well, no, that's good. Let me ask you this question. You started playing as a sophomore, right? Did you start as a sophomore at Central?
Yes.
Okay, so that would have been 2020?
That would have been
2019?
2020.
At that point in time, NIL wasn't around yet.
No.
But there was talks about it.
It was talk.
You were aware of it?
I heard them.
What were your feelings about it? Because I'm trying to understand how this you know, the era behind you is the NIL era.
Yeah. See, with me, I really started getting entitled to NIL when I started going on my visits.
Yeah.
And when I started talking to all these different schools. Now I was like, okay, Florida's about to accept the new NIL, and all these other places about to accept the new NIL. And then when I came in, is when NIL was really starting to take place.
Right.
Like my senior year,
late for you?
Yeah. When my senior year is when it started to take place. Then when I came in, then that's when everything started to pick up.
Right.
But now it's like every year is getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm trying to get an idea of what kind of pressure a high school coach may be under with the players that he has to coach, because the kids now they're not thinking further down the road for the NFL as I can get to the money right after this.
Yeah.
So what kind of pressure do I need to put on my coach for me to start? Maybe I need to play both ways so I got a bigger name, a bigger brand.
As a high school player?
Yeah. Because I seen some high school players look like they just laid down their senior year, dog.
Yeah, you closer to the money. Like you see what guys do in college, right? They're not trying to play.
They look like they just
you can't look at it like that, because even in college, the better you play, the better your NIL opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, say that in the microphone.
Yeah. Yeah.
The better you play, the better your NIL opportunities are.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's no, you just automatically going to college, I'm finna get this. No, you gotta play for this, boss man.
Right.
What if I got 200,000 followers on Instagram? I'm all right player, but yeah, that part.
I mean, You got 200 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say nothing about
yeah,
that.
250,000.
Have we seen that yet?
I
Have
know.
we seen it at a big program to where somebody was just?
I know there's a kid out there, and I'm sorry I don't have the name. I wish I did. But he had 1 million followers on TikTok.
Mhm.
For whatever reason. I guess he do good dances, whatever the hell it was. And I felt like that pushed who he was as a player further along, because brands see that.
Yeah.
Followers equal money, et cetera, and like he had things come his way that I didn't necessarily, him as a raw football player,
Right.
for lack of a better term, deserve that.
Yeah.
He's getting it because a brand could see, man, if he supports our brand, it's in front of 1 million followers. If he talks about our brand in one of his TikTok
And
videos.
Yeah.
And it's like that a lot of the time, because at the end of the day, it's all about exposure.
How's that flow in the locker room? You're a baller.
I haven't seen it happen. See, I've seen it happen across the way. You got girls basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it happen in the locker room yet. Like to
Well,
where this guy don't even
would
play.
we see it? Would we see it? Would we
I
know
think-
it? If it's happening in the locker room, would we know it?
Is it in the locker room, Wesley? Maybe.
What?
And where you seen where there's somebody that's famous, kind of like when the boy.
I
came
heard
from
A&M had a
Cali.
problem with that last year.
Kind of when the boy came from Cali, the quarterback who was on QB1. and he was-
Jake.
Yeah.
Garcia.
Not Jake.
No.
Before
the kid
you.
before that. Why are we forgetting his name? See how quick you get rubbed out? The
And
kid
he was
from
famous
Gorman.
when he got here.
The kid from Gorman.
But NIL wasn't here yet.
I know who you talking about. Tate Martell.
Tate Martell.
Martell.
Right. Now that would have been interesting to see.
But he was pre-NIL,
Right, if he was in NIL.
which I think he had a brother with more followers than him, I think.
Did he?
I believe he did.
Yeah.
I believe he
But
did.
I haven't seen it. But you can kind of compare it to girls basketball, which was just a thing a couple years ago. Now, if they have a brand, they make a bunch of money.
Yeah. The Reese girl killing it right now.
right.
Let's play this out. You and I in the locker room, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you're a year ahead of me. You come in here, you're definitely a baller, right? I'm not starter material, but I have 1 million followers on TikTok, though. I have a 250,000.
Oh, nah. And see, here in Miami, it don't work like that. Like you
educate us.
You like, and then your NIL goes through a whole bunch of people, so it's you can have all the followers you want. I don't know. You might go get one of these other companies.
Yeah.
You might go get something else outside.
But like
Right.
with Miami
Well,
football, it don't work like that. You gotta be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you that
On the field.
on the field,
Yeah.
making plays.
Because that would cause it would be kind of weird.
Yeah, well, man, listen. We didn't.
Yeah.
We obviously didn't have that when I was playing.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a guy in our locker room under those circumstances.
Yeah.
Be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I mean
tough.
it's being introduced to business real early. Like, hey, listen, this is what life is, and it ain't always fair.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not
we
always.
we wouldn't have been trying to hear that.
Nah.
You might have to dress in another locker room, man. We're just gonna be on your head. Now we had dudes there with money,
Yeah.
right? We had Rohan Marley there, but man, he was out there crushing heads on game day.
Right. You could say that.
Yeah, I mean he had money.
Yeah.
You know, your dad was Bob Marley, so I think that definitely helped him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Speaking of Rohan Marley, another villain question, because they always want to know this.
Mm.
Like, have you talked to any of the great linebackers like recently? Have anyone came to practice? Do you talk to any of them on the phone? They always want to know that question. That question will never ever get old.
they
for
love the
you, a player.
greats, and they want Ray Lewis to be the linebacker coach.
They never get old.
See, that's one I want to meet, Ray Lewis.
Yeah?
I ain't see him yet.
You haven't seen Ray
I
yet?
didn't catch him yet, but I talked to Sean Spence. Sean Spence, my guy. I talk to him all the time.
Yeah, Sean be
I
around.
actually seen Sean Spence. Me and Keontre Smith, we was working out one time, and we seen him at a park one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we talk to Sean Spence all the time. You know, that's my guy, man. You know how to wear the
He be at
3-1.
practice sometimes.
Yeah, he be at practice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you wear the 3-1. Let me see. What else linebackers have I met?
We don't get many of them come back to practice, be in the weight room, the facility, etc.
John Vilma. John
Okay.
Vilma come back a lot.
Sweet, like
he
that.
actually talks to the team sometimes. So
Mhm.
Who, Vilma?
John
Yeah,
Vilma.
he talked about finance and stuff, right? I heard.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Which you would need to now because you know they all loaded, man.
It just landed on like a bunch of bricks, huh?
Yeah.
Here goes the money. Figure out what to do with it. Crazy, like crazy, man.
No, it's cool. It's cool when that happens. How much have you watched linebackers that have played in the past?
I ain't gonna lie. Like till this day, I still be like going on YouTube and just and just watching. Like I watched Sean Spence. I love Sean Spence film. Like Sean Spence was a dog.
Yeah.
He was a dog. I ain't
He
gonna lie.
got there fast.
And Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Them two, they the two I watch the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Spence got there fast. Like whatever you was trying to do, you better figure it out.
Yeah.
Because he was coming. He was coming fast too, with bad intentions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Very Dade County about things.
Yep.
You went to Sean Kemp's first and only camp, because after that first time he had it, Sean Spence camp.
And it's crazy. I just came from practice.
When you went to that camp?
Yeah, I was at Central. We just finished running the track. I think we had 400 that day. I'm cramping up, catching cramps in my hamstrings.
Yeah.
Went out there right to the practice field, went to go do his count. I was drained. I was drained that day.
Yeah, that was the first and the last one did, because he looked like he was drained too. It was hot out there.
It was hot. I think that day was hot. I don't know what was going on. Yeah. It was hot.
He played linebacker and they were running 400s. I love it. I love it. Not everybody does that.
Yeah.
So you see the defense flourishing, man, in the new system, bro?
Most definitely. Most
yeah.
definitely. I feel like we're gonna have a big year. I feel like we're gonna have a great third down defense. Yeah. Third down, but that's the most important thing to me this year. Third down, just getting up off the field.
You felt like that was a problem last year?
Not so much. I feel like our defense
big plays. I thought you gave up a lot of big plays last year.
I feel like last year, like our defense wasn't that bad, but it could always be better.
Yeah.
So
they had a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, we had opportunities. I'm not gonna sit here and say we didn't have opportunities.
Yeah. A lot of dudes like, hey, get your helmet, man.
Everybody's playing today.
Yeah, I had a lot of opportunities.
We had a lot of opportunities. So.
Well, Wesley, it's gonna be all night. You remember that? We need to see some of that this year. All right, bro.
I got you.
All right, man. We in this thing. Footballville, Wesley Bissainthe, Miami Hurricanes. We outside.